Hello, people. I just watched a video on YouTube, and we're on YouTube, yay! I just watched a video, and it was about a salesman who was selling doors to an old lady with dementia. Very questionable behavior, to say the least. I know salesmen make commission. They don't get a steady wage. The stereotype of salespeople sometimes rings true. It's definitely a job where it's borderline scammy a lot of the time, and I don't want to trigger salespeople. And I'm sure it depends on exactly the industry you're in and the person, obviously, that's representing the company. But this guy was selling doors, and I think he represented a company that could send like repairmen or something to fix a doorknob, and he was just kind of doing an assessment of the damage to get like a contractor or something. And it was something like it was in the UK, so it was in pounds. It was something like it was going to be like 200 pounds, and they just needed a new knob and get a locksmith in there. But he charged two of the most expensive doors that he had in his catalog. She didn't even need one door. He sold two, and it was like 6,000 pounds or something ridiculous. And she had dementia, and he was kind of pressuring her and doing all these sales pitches. And the son came in, confronted him, and he kind of bowed down, and he was like ashamed, and you could see it in his face and whatnot. And this is disgusting behavior, obviously. It's predatory behavior, obviously. He was in the wrong, obviously, and you can watch the video yourself. This is kind of a response to one of the comments that said if somebody doesn't jump up right away after an accusation and makes like a big hysteric thing, pleading their innocence, that they're obviously guilty. I disagree with that. This guy in the video was obviously guilty. He didn't do that. He did tuck tail. He was ashamed. He kind of took blame. I think after the video he would have taken accountability. I'm not sure. But I disagree with this jump up in hysterics and plead your innocence. There's some people who just don't give a shit what you think about them. If it's something that's really damaging, like if somebody was accused of pedophilia or murder or something like that, then you'd obviously expect them to kind of jump up and get a little bit of hysterical, hot under the collar, and kind of be a bit more confrontational about pleading their innocence. But even then, there's people who will trust their lawyer to deal with it. They'll trust their standing in the community to deal with it. You can't just judge somebody by their facial expression in the moment. They could even be autistic, such things like this. I know that I've been burnt out personally a lot in the past, and people kind of, if they were to accuse me of something, I don't think I would get emotional about it, and it would probably make me look worse. So I'm thinking about myself in this situation, but I'm also thinking of other situations where this could be wrong. I think it's kind of judging a book by its cover. That's the main issue I'm taking with it. I see a lot of this in the community now. Kind of people are always judging each other. They're at each other's throats. You're not really loving your neighbor if you're doing this. It's in politics now with inclusivity. That's kind of an issue too. That's more towards women, gay people, disabled, but there's people who don't go through the same mental processes, and they might not even be aware of the seriousness of an accusation. I don't feel we should be judging people based on their physical composure. I don't think that that's the case. And even let's go full devil's advocate here and say that someone is a legitimate psychopath. They still could be innocent. You can't really just say like, oh, this guy's cold and antisocial, so he must be the villain. There's lots of people that are very reclusive, and they're not doing any harm. I've been kind of personally mistrusted before, just because I'm kind of monotone. I'm kind of dead-eyed, on the spectrum a little bit. I'm kind of rusty with my social skills, etc., etc., etc. And I can kind of tell sometimes when I'm telling a story to even family members. I've posted a video on this recently. People kind of almost, I can see them rolling their eyes a little bit because they think it's fabricated. And I think some of that might have to do with code switching, and people are used to hearing their own talking points, and they're trying to identify with things that they've heard several times because they're kind of in their herd. The flocks, what is it? The feather quote, types of a feather flock together. And we're kind of in these high school cool table type things where people are kind of listening to hear if people are kind of with them or if they're in the big other, so to speak. And if someone's in the big other and they're not on their team, they must be fabricating because they're not with the chosen ones that they've aligned with. So I feel like there's a lot of that. And I kind of got thinking just by reading the comment section to this video how I disagree with this person's comment. Although the video in itself was interesting and the guy was a con man and he does deserve obvious penalties, maybe jail, etc., etc., I think what they did is just to post the video to shame the guy so he doesn't get any more victims and business in the area. And I think that's right. But I feel like there is a kind of a trial by media sometimes, and people that are distrusting people that are actually trying to do them good. We're kind of psychoanalyzing other people too much, and I've fallen into this quite a lot. I've been kind of psychoanalyzing my boss because I feel like he's not doing me as good as he should be, and he's given me reason to believe this because he's kind of promised me promotions that have never came, and he's kind of doing things like that. So I think I have a hard time believing that there are people that are doing well. I don't know. I don't want to go into a big thing and say I'm naive or something, but I just want to say my personal experience, I've had people mistrust me for seemingly no reason, just because I'm either I don't understand their references or they don't trust my facial expressions, and I don't feel like you can judge people in this manner. In this video, the comment on this video had made me want to make this video. Okay. So anyways, I hope everyone's doing good. I'm going to have some more nature videos coming up. I'm still doing these vlog videos, this is a vlog video obviously right now. I'm kind of just sharing my thoughts. I'm going to do maybe a couple ASMRs. I have a how-to video about the cleaning bleach off silver. I have 2 videos on that already. I'm going to do one more. Yeah, so check out my other videos if you want. If you don't, that's fine. And God bless. Have a nice day, and I wish everyone the very best. Peace.